Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to today's video. For those of you who are new, this may be your first time coming across my channel, which means you're probably not yet subscribed. Welcome, my name is Tyler with an O, and for those of you who are already my people, already subscribed and are just returning for another video, welcome on back. Today's video, I can actually say, was highly requested. So like a little while ago, I had mentioned that, you know, I used to be a catfish back in the day, whatever, and I was like, comment down below if y'all want a story time on that. Boy, did y'all comment down below, talk about, yes, catfish story time, we need that, I want to hear that, spill the tea, whatever, and I was like, damn, because like I said it, but like I ain't really ever really into to tell this story. But I'll go ahead and tell the story, and I could do so because this wasn't recent, you know, this wasn't something, you see my swatches or whatever, this wasn't necessarily anything that happened too recent. So because it was me in the past, and I'm a changed person, and I've just had so much growth, I'll go ahead and tell the story. So I want to go all the way back to how this even came about. So this story took place before catfishing. The phrase catfish, that wasn't even a term. You know, that was not the internet wasn't even really, you know, the place as it is now. Social media wasn't really a thing. It wasn't all of that. You know what? I want to look the people up right now and see like what they're doing. Anyways, I'll do that off camera. Anyways, this all came about when I was younger. I think I was trying to play some type of online game and you needed to sign in with an email address, but I didn't want to link it to me because like I didn't know too much about the internet at the time, and so I was just like, well, I don't want them to have like my name, or like what if I put in my real name and they see that I'm not 18, you know, and I can't do whatever it was that I was trying to do, like play the game or whatever. A long story short, I made a fake email address with like a fake name, not for this purpose but for that, and that is what introduced me to the fact of like, hey, you can create accounts that aren't you, and people are gonna believe that it's whatever you put on there because they obviously can't see you, they don't know. So that's how all of this even came about and came to fruition and came to be. That's how the thought got in my head. So fast forward, I was a little bit older, not much older, but I was a little bit older. I was becoming, you know, into myself. I was growing into this being, this individual, okay, and I was curious. So I know my brother at the time, he was on like a dating, well, he was, I guess, yeah, like Black Planet and stuff like that. Those are dating sites. And I know he had a page on there. So long story short, I had made a little page or whatever, and I found a girl on Tumblr. No, I don't even think this was before Tumblr, because there have been multiple occurrences. And one of my catfish girls, she was from Tumblr. I went on a dating site and I found this girl's dating page, and I took all of the pictures that she used on her dating profile and I made my own. Now I can't say her name because people who watch this have probably talked to her. Yeah. And they could be like, oh, so you're so I can't say her name, so I'm gonna say the first name that comes to mind is Veronica. I'm gonna say Veronica, even though that wasn't her name, because the name was very, you know what, I'm not even gonna say Veronica because Veronica is not as cute as the name that I had. Like, I need something young and fun. Okay, we'll call her Crystal. Okay, so we're gonna call her Crystal. So anyways, I made Crystal a profile, whatever, and so, you know, I knew what I liked, girl, and so I went after what I liked, and I was looking at local people or whatever, but then you can expand your search, and so I had found some. Oof. Anyways, I didn't know at the time, but turned out to be a football player. Turned out to be 2 football players. Turned out they played for the same team, but we'll get into that. I had messaged him and I was just like, hey, and this is how it would always start. I was like, hey, do I know you from somewhere? Like, you look really familiar. And I would just, you know, message him that, and he was, and then of course, you know, niggas be trying to be all smooth or whatever. So he's just like, oh, no, I don't think we've met before, but, you know, I wouldn't mind getting to know you, or like, where would I know you from, da-da-da. And the girl that I had, what do we call her, Crystal? Crystal's pictures, she was Okay, she was fine. So like, you know, when you couldn't resist or whatever. And so again, mind you, back in this time, catfishing wasn't a thing. So this was the flip phone era. This is the flip to give you a time frame. So it's not like, oh, this is obviously a catfish, or why would you do this, or why would you talk to somebody and not see them first, or whatever. We knew we were on two different things because our dating profile said we were on two different sides of the country or whatever. Anyways, we messaged on there, and when I mean we messaged for like days, turned into weeks, turned into like to the point where like I really was like, you know, I was really feeling it because I was being myself. Let me say that. I was being completely me and myself the entire time. It just had a different face in front of it, which was Crystal. Because, you know, at the time, I didn't know that there were like these type of things for men to talk to men. I thought dating sites and dating apps were only for like heterosexual couples. But I was like, I would never get to experience this for myself, like being myself. So, you know, this is fun. Wow, all the straight people get to have so much fun. I want some fun too. So that's what I was doing. But it would be to the point where I'd be like on my computer at all hours of the night, and we'd just be typing, talking and stuff on instant messaging and everything, and you know, really got to know him. So tying into the second person, we're gonna call the first person Derek, and then we're gonna call the new person Nick. And so Nick, I ended up, you know, chatting him. I think I messaged him both at the same time, but I think Nick got back to me like a lot later or whatever, like days later. So then I was like entertaining two people at the same time. I did notice that they were from the same city, but that's it. And then in their pictures, they look, you know, very athletic, very muscular. He plays football. He also plays football, but that's all that I knew. Not thinking that these are like, if they both play football and they're in college in the same city, then they probably go to the same college and play for the same team. But whatever. So I started talking to both of them or whatever, and then like they would send pictures, and then I would send pictures because I had the girls, I had her everything, okay? I had all her pictures. I had bathroom mirror pics, I had posted up laying in the bed pics, I had pics in the car, I had some like good pictures that were taken on family vacation. Girl, I had it down. Not to mention I found the girl's Facebook, sweetie. So I had access to all of her pictures. Oh my god. We would talk and stuff for like months, and then it got to the point where it's just like, oh, you know, I want to talk to you, like I want to hear your voice, whatever. And so like there were some instances where I'd be like, so then I always had to use the excuse of like, oh, I dropped my phone in water, and like it hasn't been able to let me like whatever, like make a call. Or I'd be like, oh, like I'm with family right now, so like I can't call you, but like I'll call you later tonight. And then like I would never call them. But eventually those excuses were getting old. It was just like, you know, like I want to talk to you, and they were getting like upset, both of them at the time. I even had two boyfriends, and they were both fine AF. One was light skinned, one was dark skinned. It was both like ripped, stacked, yoked girl. Let me look him up. I gotta look up Nick, because Nick was the really fine one. Let me look up Nick right now. I know he got an Instagram. And he had the cutest name, but I'm not gonna tell y'all his name. Let's see. Oh, he's a model now. Oh, he's starting modeling. As he should, because you are, boy. Oh, and I made up this thing, like one of my sob stories that I would tell them is that I was like low-key or like just getting out of an abusive relationship or whatever, but like he still lived with me, and so I had to like, that was one of the reasons why I couldn't call, because I was like, no, because if he hears me talking, like he's gonna be mad, and it's just like a couple more weeks until he's moving out, so like, you know, we'll talk in a couple weeks, but like I just don't feel safe, because like I don't want him to get mad, and like, yeah. So then when that week came and they wanted to talk, then I would have my friend like, hey, talk to this guy, your name is this, and like it would be kind of one of those things where like they would like finally talk and be like, oh my god, like you sound so sexy on the phone, and I'm so glad to finally hear your voice, and this, that, and the third. And I would like be telling her like, you know, what to say and everything, but we'd keep the calls like really quick though, because I was just like, no, because like I don't want him to get to asking questions or like trying to fact check, and then you don't know everything and then it seems suspicious. So we would keep it really quick, like, okay, but I gotta go, like, you know, he's coming back home or something like that. Anyways, we ended up talking for months online, and he would always like send me pictures from football, and those were the days. But I think what ended up breaking it off, oh duh, that's what ended up breaking it off. I got caught up because remember I was talking to both Chris and Nick. Did we name him Chris? Yeah, Chris and Nick. And so they ended up being friends. And so I guess they tried to same girl me like Usher and R. Kelly. I think he was like sending me a picture to talk about like, oh, I'm getting a haircut or something. And I was just like, oh, okay, like send me a picture, like I want to see whatever, whatever. And so he sent me a picture with him and his homie, like fresh cut in the car, but his friend was in the passenger seat. And I was just like, and I think that was the last time I talked to him, because it was just like, oh, so you know my friend or whatever, why didn't you tell me, like, y'all were talking, whatever, whatever. And I was just like, so I just gave him up, and that was the last time I talked to them. That situation has gone on different occasions. I'm not afraid to admit it. Yes, Crystal was catfishing the girls, honey. It got a lot deeper in the sense to where I would sometimes do it maliciously. And I'm not even saying this like in bragging. I'm saying this to like watch out. Which I mean, I feel like now everybody's pretty privy to catfishes and everything like that. But yeah, it was to the point where, you know, somebody wronged me or we got into it or whatever. I'd be like, alright, that's cute, that's fine. And then, bitch, hey, you look so familiar, do I know you from somewhere? We'd be texting, how to fall in love with me, send me all the tea, okay? Even some of it would be on some obvious shit, like why is this girl asking for my, you know, what street I grew up on? You know, which of course I would like finesse it or whatever. Listen, now that I'm not going to self-incriminate, but just all that to say, people be careful on these websites and online, you know, check your facts. I feel like everybody should now be, you know, hip to the fact of what could be possibly going on behind a computer screen. And so y'all don't be sharing sensitive information with people. Ever since that situation, that was the beginning. That was the beginning of a dark hole that I went down, and I've developed a skill. Not anything recently, but I'm saying in that run that I had of doing that. Y'all be careful on the internet, because these people, you will get conned. You will get gooped, girl. Even the best of the best. And it was so easy to the point where it became a routine of like, let's say one of my friends was dating somebody, was like, you know, oh, I feel like he cheated on me, whatever, whatever. I'd be like, girl, what's his name? What's his Facebook? Let me see. Bitch, add him within 3 days. Sending me nudes, girl, sending me videos, inviting me to the house. Quit, like I had it. I could have charged people to be like on some private detective shit, like, you want to know what your man is doing? Let me know. My last relationship ended because the nigga was too stupid to know that I catfished him. Thank you for tuning in once again. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below comment down below on what you thought about this video. I know it's probably not all gonna be good. Y'all probably like, ew, you're disgusting, like how could you play, girl. But anyways, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any more of this Tyler with the No goodness, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace!